everyone, I'm Abby with the blog SewHomey, and thank you so much for joining me. So today is a great day for filming videos. We got a little bit of snow last night and it's been sleeting all this morning, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna stay cozied up by a fire or in front of a camera like I am right now. So I decided today that I was going to dive into the topic of turning chains. Now, I want to cover this because I'm writing an article on how to count crochet stitches and then also how to count crochet rows. Turning chains are very important whenever you're counting crochet stitches because it can alter the number of stitches per row. Now, if you don't know what a turning chain is, that is totally fine. I am going to go through everything you could ever want to know about a turning chain. So in this video, I will cover 3 main things, but you're going to get a lot more information than that. To avoid any confusion about what a turning chain is, I will cover what a turning chain is, also how you even use a turning chain. Lastly, I will answer the question, when does a turning chain count as a stitch? Let's begin with the definition. So a turning chain is the number of chain stitches used at the end of a row or round that begins the next row or round because it creates height to continue the row of stitches. The number of turning chains will differ depending on what crochet stitch you are using because each crochet stitch has a different height. So that brings me to the next point. How do you use a turning chain? So I'm only going to cover the 4 basic crochet stitches, and that's the single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and the treble crochet. Now I am using US terms, so that will differ if you're in other parts of the world. I will link to the abbreviation equivalent chart that the Craft Yarn Council has created, so that'll just be in the description box below. So traditionally, how I've seen it, just a general rule of thumb, the number of turning chains for a single crochet is 1, a half double crochet is 2, a double crochet is 3, and a treble crochet requires 4. So I want to show you how you actually use the turning chain for a single crochet. So this row right here is made up of single crochets, but I have one more stitch to go into. So I'm going to make that last single crochet right here. And now that we're at the end of the row. So in order to use a turning chain, I'm just going to chain 1. And then I turn my work over, and I'm just going to continue with single crochets all the way across. Now I have worked here. This next row is all half double crochets. So now I'm going to use the traditional method, and I will chain 2. And then you turn your work over, and then I would just work into this one and start making another row of half double crochets. And then you can see on the side it works up to the same height as this stitch. I have made it to the end of another row, and now I want to work a row of double crochets. So what I do on my turning chain, this one was a row of single crochets, which normally I would just chain 1. But since I want to do a row of double crochets on top, I'm going to chain 3. So I already have 1. This is my second one and my third one. Now I'm going to turn my work over, and then I yarn over, and I just make a double crochet in that next stitch. And then I would continue to make double crochets all the way across. And you can see whenever you look at the edge of this piece, my chain 3 is the same height as my double crochet. And so when you get to the end of this row, you would, if you were going to continue in double crochet, you would just chain 3 and then turn your work over and continue working in double crochets across. At this point, I think you get the picture, but I'm going to show you the last basic crochet stitch, which is the treble crochet. So this is an example of what a treble crochet looks like, and it has a really tall, or it is a really tall stitch. So, like I said, whenever we looked at that chart, when you get to the end of a row of a treble crochet, you're going to chain 4 stitches. So I have 2, 3, and then 4. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our work. And then we just continue with the pattern of making treble crochets all the way across. Now, that is the traditional way to use turning chains and the number that you should use at the end of rows for the 4 basic crochet stitches. Unfortunately, there's not just one way to do things with crochet, and I actually do not adhere to this traditional way of using turning chains. I use a different number of turning chains whenever I start new rows. So what I like to do is I only use 1 turning chain for single crochet and half double crochets. I use 2 turning chains for double crochet, and then I like to use 3 turning chains for a treble crochet. And let me tell you why I use less for the bigger stitches. So it's for a couple of reasons. First, whenever you have more turning chains, like let's say 4 turning chains for a treble crochet, sometimes I find that it's too many chains, and so the edges get these big gaps and it just doesn't look pretty to me. So I choose to use less turning chains for the stitches that have a higher height, or like a bigger height than a single crochet. Now, another reason that I do this is because I get uneven edges at times, and this can be caused by the gaps as well, and it just, it just looks odd. It doesn't look even and it doesn't look straight. So these are the reasons that I don't actually use the traditional number of turning chains for the 4 basic stitches. You can use these as guides because ultimately it's going to be up to you to determine which way is best. So again, just use these as guidelines and you can adapt them to your own crochet style. Now let me answer the most important question that you might ask about a turning chain. When does the turning chain count as a stitch? So typically, whenever you have rows or rounds of single crochet, the turning chain does not count as a stitch. For half double crochet, the same thing. The turning chain does not count as the first stitch. But for double crochet and treble crochet, a lot of times the turning chains do count as the first stitch. Now, it is actually up to the designer whether or not the turning chain counts as a stitch. But also, as a pattern follower, you can also make that decision for yourself. You just have to be consistent in the way that you use the turning chain and whether or not you count it as a stitch. Typically, I do stick to this rule where I don't count the turning chain for single crochet and half double crochet, but for double crochet and treble crochet, I will count it as the first stitch. If you are confused or you don't know, normally the designer will put whether or not you count the turning chain as the first stitch or not in the notes section. If it's not stated in the notes section, just be safe and stick with the rule that I just told you. I want to show you now what I mean by counting the turning chain as a stitch or not. So again, I'm just going to grab my skein of yarn and my hook, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Now I want to illustrate how you would count a turning chain as a stitch, and also what you would do if you did not count the turning chain as a stitch. So I just have a couple rows worked up, and I'm just going to pretend that this next row is going to be for single crochets. So according to the chart, we would chain one and then we would turn. So as I said, for single crochets, typically you do not count this turning chain as a stitch. So this is our turning chain, this V right here. So this doesn't count, so we're just going to single crochet into this stitch right here. And if we do that, you can see that I have a stitch. You can see the V where that stitch was made. Then this right here, that little lump, is the turning chain. Well, after you crochet your row of single crochets, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but after you do that, you would count all of them, but this one right here doesn't count. This is your last stitch. So basically, you would just be counting the V's on the top, not this little loop of yarn. Now the same goes for a half double crochet. So according to that chart that I gave you, you don't count the half double crochet as your first stitch. So I just went ahead and chained 2, and when we turn, again, a half double crochet does not count, or you do not count the turning chain as a stitch, which means you just go ahead and make your first stitch into the first stitch. So I'm just going to make my half double crochet, make a couple of those, and you can see whenever we get here, like the single crochet that I just showed you, this chain is the chain 2, or a chain 1 if you're like me. This one you don't count as a stitch, so you're only counting this one right here, and then you would continue on. Just remember that you don't count this one. All right, now let's say right here we want to put a row of double crochets on the top of this one. Now I said earlier that for a double crochet, the turning chain does count. So all that means is that this one counts, so you don't make a stitch in this first one. You skip it and you make a stitch into the second one. So there's that double crochet. So there's a little bit of a gap because we skipped this stitch, but we skipped this one because the turning chain counts. Now if we did put a double crochet right here, we'd end up with one more extra stitch, and therefore we'd be increasing, so your piece of work would end up expanding really, really far. So if you're following this way and the turning chain counts as a stitch, make sure you skip that first stitch and then you make your double crochet or your treble crochet into the second stitch. Otherwise you increase and yeah, you'll get a big mess. Again, this was just a double crochet, but it does apply to a treble crochet as well. So let me recap what we covered in this video because it was kind of a lot and I jumped a little bit. So a turning chain is the number of chain stitches used at the end of a row or round that begins the next row or round because it creates height to continue the row of stitches. Now we use a certain number of turning chains for the 4 basic stitches and they do differ. So traditionally you'll use 1 turning chain for single crochet, 2 turning chains for half double crochet, 3 turning chains for double crochet, and 4 chains for treble crochet. But again, I don't actually follow this. I like to use 1 turning chain for single crochet and half double crochet, 2 turning chains for a double crochet, and 3 turning chains for treble crochet. And that is because I don't like the big gaps that I get on the edges of the rows, and also my edges are more even and a lot more straight when I stick to this method. But you can decide by just practicing with both of these and just determine which method works best for you. And finally, when do you count a turning chain as a stitch? For single crochet and half double crochet, go ahead and chain 1, and then you make your first stitch right next to that chain. But for double crochet and treble crochet, you do count the turning chains as a stitch, which means you go ahead and make the number of chains at the end of the row, turn your work, and then you skip that first stitch and then make your double or treble crochet into the second stitch. And then always remember to count that turning chain as a stitch. I hope turning chains are less confusing to you now, and I just want to thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you found this helpful, please give my video a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel if you want more information like this. And I will see you guys in the next video.